2005 Mercedes CL500. As you can see, finished in metallic silver. It's nice to see that it's all one colour, this car. You've not got different panels, all different colours, because it's been painted 40 times. It's all one nice shade of silver. Doesn't look to have been painted before. If it has, they've done a very good job of it, because it's all one colour. It's the 500, this one, so it's the 5 litre V8. We'll start by having a look at the bodywork. We'll start on this front driver's quarter. Starting on the front, you've got no real stone chips or anything on the bottom of that front valance. Has got parking sensors on the front and rear. Going down that front driver's wing, no marks. These sort of late 90s, early 90s Mercs do have a bit of a problem with rust, but this one seems to be very, very clean. It has been put on a set of staggered split rim type things with 4 good tyres on it. If you look down the car, you can see it is nice and straight. It's going along that sill, all nice and clean. It's not been bashed up any curbs or anything. Driver's door itself, no marks on that. It's not been left in the car park to be banged apart or anything like that. Even the door edge is nice. It does have a very clever door hinge on it, so it doesn't take up too much space for a massive door. Rear driver's quarter again, the rear arch. There is a small mark here, tiny little scratch that runs sort of 3/4 of the way up down to a scuff at the bottom. Potentially would polish out a little bit, but again, no rust, no damage or anything like that. All nice and clean. This area here at the bottom of the pillar can be a problem on CLs, but there's nothing to note there. It's all nice and clean. Not that rear bumper, again, no real scuffs or marks to note. 500 gets the twin pipes. This is a later car, it's an 05 car, so it's a facelift, so it's got slightly different exhausts, slightly different interior, a slightly updated look. Again, parking sensors on the rear. Both rear lights look nice and clean. Top of the deck lid doesn't have any marks or scratches or anything in it. No dents, lovely and straight, as you can see. Someone has stuck an AMG badge on there. Easy enough to remove, but it is a CL500. Again, you do get some problem areas with rust on the bottom here on CLs, but there's nothing there at all. Nice and clean. On that rear passenger quarter, again, there's no real marks to note. It's a very straight, very clean car, this. Rear passenger arch, again, the problem area would be here. As you can see, lovely and clean. All the way around, nice and clean. Again, this side really good, nice and straight. Bottom of the pillar, there's nothing there to note. The roof itself is just right. Again, there's nothing around the sunroof. Amazingly, for this era of make, everything seems to work on this car. There's not a warning light, it doesn't beep. Every button seems to work. Again, looking down that side, all nice and straight, the sill's perfect. No marks to note. It does make for a boring video, but it makes for a nice car. If we're going to be picky, there's a small curb mark on this wheel. And then onto the front. Normally, the headlights on this sort of era need polished. They're nice and clear. It's got the Xeons. It's a very nice spec, this car. I think the later ones, they seem to throw most of the toys at them. And the bonnet itself, it does have a couple of stone chips, which you would expect. But other than that, there's not a mark on it, really. We'll go into the interior. So these are double glazed. The previous owner has put door plates on here and sill plates. It shows he cared and looked after the car. You can tell by the condition. About as many buttons as you'll ever need. You've got heated and cooled seats, 3-way memory, all the adjustment you'd ever want. Mirrors in, out, left and right. All your windows and your boot release. Auto headlights, headlamp washers. Steering wheels, the wood rimmed version. There's not a mark on that. That's not been driven with rings or anything like that. Center console again. It's got the larger sat nav like the later cars got. If we have a look at the driver's seat, it's done 120,000 miles this car, but someone probably should tell the seat because there's not a mark on it. It does have the pulse and the air bolster as well. There's not a mark on that seat. The electric sliding rear works fine. And again, the rears are in similar perfect condition. Have a look at the passenger side. Yeah, nice clean door card. Passenger seat. Again, there's not a marked note. There's no funny smells or anything in here. The leather on the dash is good. Headlining is perfect. Got your sunroof with the blind and everything. And again, electric tilt seat. And the rear seat on this side is as good as the other side. Have a look at the boot. Okay, really good sized boot. Does have a load liner in it and a net. Underneath that you've got the carpet, which obviously has been well looked after with that load cover over it. And underneath there you've got your spare, full toolkit, jack, everything you'd look for. Have a look under the bonnet. It does have the Bose sound upgrade as well. So there you go, 5 litre V8. All nice and clean in here. The inner wings are lovely. No sign of any rust or anything. Does run very well. This car will start it up. Electric tilt steering wheel as well. There you go. Fired up nice and smooth. It was driven to our site. It was in fairly regular use before it got here. I've driven it myself. It does drive well. Gearbox is nice and smooth, got plenty of power. No nasty rattles or anything like that. It drives as good as it looks. If you've got any queries or questions, get in touch. Thank you.